My name is Brock Page, and I don't know anything about sports handicapping. I went a lackluster 2-2 in my picks for yesterday's MLB action. That's like kissing the voluptuous lips of your hot 20-year-old sister. Anyway, we're going to look to get a lot better today, so without any further ado, it's time for me to throw some proverbial darts in my underwear with some severely misguided sports picks in my two-bedroom apartment. First game I have for you, it is going to be Houston, plus 1.5 on the run line. They're at the Seattle Mariners, who's actually laying 111 on the money line. Currently, the total moved up an entire run to a cool 9.5. And at the moment, 51% of the money's on Houston to get the job done. Tonight's probables, Musgrove for the Astros, Hernandez for the Mariners. Speaking of these Mariners, they've been white hot as of late. Coming fresh off a 4-game sweep of the Tigers, they're also winning a solid 64% of their games at home. Only one problem. They're facing a Houston team who's coming fresh off a 4-game sweep of Oakland themselves. They're also 5-2 against these Mariners this season, while also winning a staggering 77% of their games on the road. It's for these very reasons that I think the underdog Houston Astros, wow. Houston's the underdog. I think the underdog Houston Astros get the job done for some Moneyline cash. I'm looking at a final score of like 6-5 Astros. All right, moving on. Next game, the utterly buffoonish New York Mets plus 1.5 at San Fran with the total moving slightly upward to 8.5 runs. Currently, the Giants are the Moneyline favorites at $1.25. And at the moment, 51% of the money's on the Mets to get the job done. Tonight's probables, Lugo for the Mets, Block for the Giants. And speaking of San Fran, they're just 1-9 in their last 10 and also win just 25% of their games versus teams under 500. They're facing a sputtering Mets team who actually does hold the lead in the season series. New York's 2-1 versus the Giants, and they're actually 500 as the official road underdog. It's for these very reasons that I think the New York Mets will get the job done for some Moneyline cash. I'm predicting a final score of 7-6 Metropolitans. That's going to take us into our third and final game for the show. I am talking about the Detroit Tigers minus $1.21 at the San Diego Padres with the total moving downward to 7.5 runs. Currently, the Padres are getting 1.5 on the run line, and at the moment, 71% of the money's on the Tigers to get it done. Tonight's probables, Fulmer for the Tigers, Perdomo for the Padres. And speaking of this San Diego team, they've really struggled as of late, going 2-4 in their last 6. They're also losing 37% of their games as the underdog. Even worse, they're winning just 33% of their games when Perdomo makes the start. It's for these very reasons that I think the Detroit Tigers get the job done for some Moneyline cash. I'm predicting a final score of 5-3 Tigers. Well, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I have to remind you that I'm not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. If for some reason if you utilize the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page Productions, I'm Brock Page. Same thing slides up all the time. And have yourself a positive day.